don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good evening, baseball fans. You are here with Ken on Yankees The Ugly Truth. And we are going to be calling the opening of the Subway Series. Mets facing the Yankees off in Citi Field. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy Friday evening to come and catch a little bit of baseball. Appreciate your support. We are probably about 4 minutes before game start time, so I'll go over the lineups. Leading off playing center field for the Yankees this evening is going to be Trent Grisham. Hitting in the 2-hole playing first base is Ben Rice. The captain, Aaron Judge, will be in the 3-hole playing right field. Cleaning up for the Yankees this evening will be Cody Bellinger playing left field. In the 5-hole, the second baseman Jazz Chisholm will be playing. In the 6-hole is going to be Ryan McMahon playing third base. In the 7-hole, the DH will be Spencer Jones. In the 8-hole will be Anthony Volpe playing shortstop. And bringing up the rear behind at the dish is going to be Austin Wells. On the bump for the New York Yankees is going to be Cam Schlittler. Tonight, for the Mets, leading off playing right field will be Benj, followed by shortstop Bo Bichette. Bringing up the 3-hole is going to be former Yankee left fielder Juan Soto. Cleaning up will be Mark Vientos playing first base. Hitting in the 5-hole is going to be MJ Melendez DHing. Brett Beatty will be hitting in the 6-hole playing third base. Marcus Semien will be in the 7-hole playing second base. Ewing will be in center field in the 8-hole, and former Yankee Torrens will be behind the dish. And on the bump for the Mets is going to be former Yankee closer Clay Holmes, converted to starter. So we are about to get it on. I want to welcome all the folks who are here. Let's see. We'll start with Yanks for Life, Margaret, John the Beagle Dad, Daniel, Kaz, my sister Nancy, Sean Browning. Appreciate all of you being here this evening. We have an active poll. If you have not dropped your vote in the active poll, please do so. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And as you know, we have a goal of 30 likes per live stream. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are currently at 11 likes, so we are 19 likes away. And this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. So I want to thank Mitch and his crew for that. Appreciate the support. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network and the Yankees The Ugly Truth. We here at The Ugly Truth are at 717 subscriptions. Looking at our next milestone of 720, so we're just 3 away. Anything that you can do to help us out would be most appreciated. me grab a drink from my thing, and I'll be right back. Tonight's stream is on Apple TV. I know that everybody doesn't have that, so I'll try to give you it as clear a picture as I possibly can. And it looks like Trent Grisham is stepping up to the dish. How is the audio for y'all? Is everything going good? Grisham is hitting 175 on the season, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs, and a 676 OPS. So he is stepping into the box. Home sets. The pitch is out of the way, and it is a sticker called strike one. So the game is underway. Hey, Cruz, welcome to the stream. That was a 93-mile-an-hour sinker. Home sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a sweeper off the plate. Count is 1-1. Home sets and fires, and the sweeper is called strike two. I think that was inside, and it looks like Grisham has challenged it. And they didn't say anything, so it looks like the pitch is going to stand. Next pitch is on the way, and that paints the top strike zone, and Grisham is going to be called out on strikes. And this one, Grisham challenges the strike call, and the Yankees have lost their first challenge, and he is out on strikes. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Rice. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a sinker down low. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a sinker off the plate. Count is now 2-1 on Rice. And Hobe sets. Fires, and the pitch is a sinker down low. Count is 3-1 on Rice. Home sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. Next pitch is on the way, and Rice fouls it off. Count remains 3-2. And we're heading to the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Hope sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Holmes sets, fires, and Rice swings and misses at that pitch for the second strikeout of the inning for Holmes. All rise. The judge is headed to the chambers. The first pitch is on the way, and that is a sinker for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Judge fouls this one off of Torrance. Count is 0-2. And they are calling catcher's interference on that one. So Judge is going to be awarded first base, and that is considered a error on the catcher. And I believe it's a single on Judge. So coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And Hope sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a sinker down low for ball one. And Holmes sets. Checks on the run to first base, and the pitch is on the way. And Bellinger fouls it off. Count is evened out 1-1. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and the ball is a towering fly ball to the infield. And Bichette is going to make the play at shortstop. That is going to do it for the Yankees. So in the top of the first, the Yankees have a runner left. And as we head to the bottom of the first, Carson Benj will be leading off, followed by Bo Bichette and Juan Soto. For those of you that are here, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. In tonight's scoreboard, the Phillies and Pirates are locked up at zeros in the bottom of the third. The Blue Jays have a 2-0 lead on the Tigers in the top of the second. Orioles and Nationals are locked up at zeros in the top of the third. Guardians and Reds have just got underway, and they are locked up at zeros in the bottom of the first. In the top of the first, the Brewers have a 1-0 lead on the Twins. In the top of the second, the Rays have a 2-0 lead on the Marlins. As you know, going to the bottom of the first, the game here, the Yankees and the Mets are locked up at zeros. And in the top of the first, the Red Sox and the Braves are locked up at zeros. That's your active scoreboard for the day. Really, I'm not really seeing any issues, Kaz. And Schlittler sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a fastball up high. Count is 0-1. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Hey, Frisky, welcome to the stream. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike three. Are you guys hearing the sound effects? All right, thank you. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is down low. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. And Grisham is going to make the play on the warning track. Hey, Nathan, welcome to the stream. Coming up to bat is Juan Soto with 2 outs in the inning. And Soto is receiving a mixed review of cheers and boos from the Yankees fans. First pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up high. Count is 1-0 on Soto. Soto is hitting .269 on the season, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, and an .829 OPS. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up high. Count is 2-0. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter misses just inside. Count is now 3-0 on Soto. All right, Cam, it's time to get nasty with this guy. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1 on Soto. Schlittler sets and fires, and the cutter is swung on and missed for strike two. Count is 3-2. And Schlittler sets. fires, and Soto is not able to check his swing, and he is retired on strikes. So that is going to do it for the Mets. Slittler has a 1-2-3 first against the Mets with a couple of strikeouts. Cam is looking good. Coming up in the top of the second for the Yankees is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr., Ryan McMahon, and Spencer Jones. So, boys, it's time to get a little bit nasty. Let's put some runs on the board and give the Mets what they deserve, a heartfelt loss from the Bronx Bombers. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 14 votes at this point, so thank you very much for those who have participated. And if you haven't, please drop your like and share the channel out. We're currently at 17 likes, 13 away from our goal of 30. So thank you for those who have done that. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to Hardcore Sports Network and the Yankees The Ugly Truth. The QR code in your upper left is for Hardcore Sports. The QR code in the right is for Yankees The Ugly Truth. And if you ask yourself, why should you subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth? Well, we call play-by-plays almost every day. So if you like the live play-by-plays, I'm here to do it. I called 147 games last year. 146, I think. Yeah. Plus the playoffs. Thanks, Kaz. The hat is the Veterans Appreciation cap that they are wearing this weekend. And I drop a lot of shorts, so if you like the shorts, I provide those. And like last night, we had an open panel on this stream so that anyone who wants to come up and talk baseball is certainly invited and welcome to come. And the first pitch to Jazz is called strike one on the outside quarter. Next pitch is on the way, and Jazz swings and misses. Swung at a sinker out of the strike zone. Count is 0-2. Chisholm is hitting .203 on the season, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz fouls it down the first base line. Count is going to remain 0-2. And home sets. Pitch is on the way. And this is grounded off the mound. Bichette is going to field it behind the second base bag. The ball is thrown in the dirt, and Jazz is in there diving head first. Safe for a infield single. So once again, another spectacular play by Bo Bichette. A lot of Yankees fans wanted Bichette to come to the Yankees. However, his defense has always been substandard and suspect. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. So is the Jazz Express going to be on the way? I guess we're going to find out. And pitch is on the way, and it is a stinker right down the heart of Broadway. Called strike one on McMahon. Count is 0-1. And home sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is evened out 1-1. For those of you just joining the stream, we're at the top of the second. Score is 0-0. Ryan McMahon is hitting .196 on the season, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a sweeper inside and low. Count is now 2-1 on McMahon. Yankees have a runner at first with nobody out. They scored that as a hit. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and McMahon fouls that pitch into Torrens. Count is evened at 2-2. And Hobbs sets. And he fires. The curveball is off the plate, so the count is full. 3-2 on McMahon. And Holmes sets. And there is a weak pickoff attempt at first. Jazz is back in head first. Safe. And Holmes sets. Jazz takes his lead and is bouncing. The pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings and misses at the sinker for call strike 3, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is the young rookie Spencer Jones. That is Holmes' third strikeout of the night. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker down low. Count is 1-0 on Jones. Spencer Jones is 1 for 12 on the season. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is evened out 1-1. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and Jones bounces to Vientos. Vientos thinks about throwing a second, but flips to first at Holmes to record the second out of the inning. Jazz advances to second, so the Yankees have a runner at second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. So will Volpe get his first hit of the 2026 season? I suppose we're going to find out right quick. And the first pitch is on the way, and Volpe fouls this one off. Count is 0-1. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is chop foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2 on Volpe. So in standard Volpe fashion, he is 0-2. Hey, Nick, welcome to the stream. Most appreciated. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is inside. Count is 1-2 on Volpe. And the pitch is on the way, and this is fouled off by Volpe. Count remains 1-2. Holmes is at 35 pitches in the top of the second. And Holmes sets, and he fires, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is evened at deuce. So what color is your goose? And Holmes sets. He fires, and Volpe swings and misses for the third strike. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the second. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second is going to be Matt Vientos, MJ Melendez, and Brett Beatty. So for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. And as you know, we strive for 30 likes per live stream. We're at 17, so we're 13 away. So please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. You may ask yourself, why? If you like live play-by-plays, we do them almost every night. I drop a boatload of shorts, so if you're into shorts, this may be the place for you to come to, because I put a lot of them out there, and they're with different perspectives than most content creators in the Yankee universe are providing. And I have open panels like I had last night. Chef Nick was one of my guests up on the stream. It was a 2-hour conversation, and I think that nobody was disappointed. So how are we feeling about the game? And welcome. And Cam Slitler is back on the bump. Vientos is in the box. And Slitler sets. First pitch is on the way, and this is fouled off. Rice is tracking it, and he is going to bobble it as he runs into the Mets dugout. So that's going to be a foul ball. Couldn't make the catch. It was damn close. And Slitler sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is sky to center field. Grisham is going back, and he is going to make a fine over-the-shoulder running catch just short of the warning track for the first out of the inning. MJ Melendez is coming up to bat. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is, man, it looked like it was a strike, but it's called ball one. Melendez is hitting 250 on the season, and the pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call, strike one. Nice 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer that paints the inside portion of the plate. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Melendez swings and misses. Count is 1-2. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and Melendez swings and misses at that fastball for call, strike three. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. That's Schlittler's third strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Brett Beatty. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way. All right, come here, buddy. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. All right, buddy.
Let's go Yankees.
That's right. Let's go Yankees. Is it time for a big win?
It's time to big win.
All right. Thank you, baby. All right. Just set it up there.
Papa, it's not nighttime. Really not nighttime.
And our good luck charm has wished the Yankees luck. So let's see what happens. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Schlittler sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it is way up high. Count is evened at 2-2. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we're in the bottom of the second. The score is 0-0. There are two outs. The Mets have no runners on base. Brett Beatty is up to bat, and the count is 2-2 on him. And Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. So the count is going to remain evened at 2-2. And Schlittler sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. Next pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up high. Count is 3-2. Time to get nasty, brother. Time to get nasty. Got to show him something away and low. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is foul down the third base line. That was the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive to right field. Judge is closing on it, but it is going to drop in for the Mets' first hit of the night. So the Mets have a runner at first with 2 outs, and Marcus Semien coming up to bat. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. That was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Semi is hitting 227 on the season, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a 610 OPS. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is skied down the right field line, and they're closing on it, but it is going to hit foul just before anybody can get to it. So the count is 0-2. And Schlittler sets. Checks on the runner at first. Wells sets up outside, and the pitch is chop foul down the third base line. Count remains 0-2. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's going to be Schlittler's 4th strikeout of the night. So that is going to be Schlittler's 4th strikeout of the night. We are scoreless after 2. Coming up in the top of 3rd is going to be Austin Wells, Trent Grisham, and Ben Rice. From our active scoreboard tonight, the Pirates lead the Phillies 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Blue Jays lead the Tigers 2-0 in the top of the 3rd. Nationals have a 1-0 lead on the Orioles in the top of the 5th. The Reds lead the Guardians 2-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Brewers lead the Twins 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. Rays have a 4-1 lead on the Marlins in the bottom of the 3rd. As you know, heading to the top of the 3rd, the Yankees and Mets are locked up at 0s. Braves have a 1-0 lead on the Red Sox in the bottom of the 2nd. And the Cubs have a 1-0 lead on the White Sox in the bottom of the 2nd, or the bottom of the 1st. And that's your active scoreboard for the night. For those of you that are here, if you have not, we have an active poll with 18 votes in it. So if you haven't voted yet, please let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And currently we have 18 likes, 12 short of our normal goal of 30 per live stream. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy Friday to listen to a little bit of play-by-play here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. And let's see. Former battery debate with Holmes is coming up to bat. Austin Wells. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Wells. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a sinker off the plate. Count is 1-1 on Wells. Wells is hitting 180 on the season, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. And the pitch is on the way, and the sweeper catches the top strike zone for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Wells. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup down low. Count is evened at deuces. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. Count is now full. 3-2. Pope sets and fires, and this ball is driven to center field. Ewing is backing up, and he is going to make the play on the warning track. So Wells gave it a drive, but not far enough. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is a sweeper up high to Grisham. Count is 1-0. Grisham hitting 174 on the season, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is inside. Count is 2-0 on Grisham. And Holmes sets and fires, and that pitch is way outside and is going to make it to the backstop. So the count is now 3-0 on Grisham. Next pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 2. The count is 3-1 on Grisham. Holmes sets and fires, and this ball is driven to left field. Soto is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. 0 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is a sweeper in there for call. Strike 1 on Big Ben. Rice struck out in his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Holmes sets. Next pitch is on the way, and the changeup is down low. Count is 2-1. Holmes sets and fires, and that pitch is called. Strike 2. Rice is challenging it. And the strike is confirmed. So the Yankees have lost both their challenges in the second inning. That's not a good sign. And the pitch is on the way, and that is way off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is driven to right field. It's going to drop in for a single. Benj is going to field it cleanly and get it back into the inning. So that is the second base hit for the Yankees tonight. That one left his bat at 105 miles an hour. Coming up to bat is the captain. 1 for 1 on the night with a single. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Pitch is on the way, and Judge hammers this one to left field. That one's going to, or right field, and that's going to drop in. So Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Rice overran second as the throw was put in there, and he gets back in head first, just safe. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. Holmes sets and fires, and the pitch catches the top of the strike zone for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1, and the crowd is cheering. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up high. Count is 1-1 on Bellinger. And Holmes checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger fouls it off. Count is now 1-2 on Cody. A little bit of bingo, Cody. Situational hitting. And Bellinger sets, or Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger fouls this one off. Count remains 1-2. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger lines this one into right field. It's going to make it around the corner, and rounding third is Rice. So that is going to be a RBI single for Cody. Yankees are going to have runners at second and third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. Cody went down and dug that one up to hook it into right field. It was a good pitch by Holmes, but better hitting by Bellinger. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm, 1 for 1 on the night. And they have a meeting of the minds on the mound. So apparently the pitching coach is nervous. So the Yankees have 2 in scoring position. Are we going to be able to get some situation hitting done and bring the Ducks in from the pond? And the first pitch is on the way, and the sinker is called. Ball one. That damn good. It looked like he painted the inside corner. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz hammers this one into right field through the infield. Rounding third, heading home is Rice. Jazz is going to be in there head first, safe. So that is a 2-run RBI, actually double for Jazz. So the Yankees now jump out to a 3-0 lead. Judge and Bellinger score. So is Jazz finding the groove. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. Jazz was thinking too coming out of the box. He never stopped. And the first pitch to Holmes is in there for call. Strike one, and Jazz steals third base, his 12th stolen base of the season. So a little bit of bingo, Ryan. Ryan is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. Next pitch is on the way, and that is bounce foul. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings and misses at the changeup outside. That's going to do it for the Yankees, but not before the Yankees drop a 3 spot in the top of the third, a 2-out rally. So Yankees lead 3-0. Coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be Ewing, Torrens, and Benj. 8, 9, and 1. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 19 votes currently. Will Candler outduel Clay Holmes? So let your voice be heard, your vote be counted. We are at 23 likes. Our goal is 30 for every live play-by-play, so we're 7 away. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And for those of you that are here, if you're not aware, this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. So thank you, Mitch, for you and your crew getting our play-by-play out there. Most appreciated. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network and Yankees The Ugly Truth. If you're wondering why you should subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth, well, if you like play-by-plays, we call the games almost every night. We have Wednesdays as our bowling night, so I'm not generally available then. However, if it's an early game, I will definitely call it. If you like shorts, I do a lot of shorts. I talk about a variety of topics. So if you want a different perspective, I may be the place that you want to go. And last night, we had a pretty solid 2-hour open panel. I hold those so that people from the chat can come up and we can talk baseball. And if they don't want to talk, come up and talk, they can still type questions and we will fill them the best that we can. If you didn't know it, Cam is one of the least run-supported pitchers in baseball, followed by Ryan Weathers. Cam only generally gets 3 games of run support while he is in. And guess what? We have 3 runs now, so we have met his norm. And Schlittler sets. And the first pitch is on the way. And that is fouled down the third baseline. Count is 0-1 on Ewing. And Schlittler sets and fires, and the cutter is up high. Count is evened at 1-1. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is fouled off. Count is 2-2, or 1-2, excuse me. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up high. Count is now 2-2. Schlittler sets and fires, and this ball is guide to left center field. Bellinger is tracking it and is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Torrance, former Yankee farmhand. One of 9 catchers that came out of the Yankee farm system to populate the major league. And Schlittler sets and fires, and the sinker is up high. Count is 1-0. Schlittler sets and fires, and the sinker is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 2. Count is 1-2. Cam steps off the mound. Schlittler sets. And the pitch is on the way. And that is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that one is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. Schlittler's pitch count is at 42 pitches in the bottom of the third. Pitch count is looking good. And the pitch is up. Count is even at 2-2. Next pitch is hit off of Schlittler's foot. Volpe feels it and fires to first to record the second out of the inning, and they're going to come out and check Schlittler out. So that was a fine play by Volpe. This is the second game in a row that Schlittler has been hit by a ball. To those of you that are here, how are we feeling about the game thus far? Looks like Schlittler's okay. Carson Benj is coming up to bat. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. First pitch is on the way. Cutter is up high. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and that cutter is up high. Count is 2-0. And Schlittler sets and fires, and the cutter is inside. Count is now 3-0. Schlittler sets and fires, and that four-seamer paints the top of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is now 3-1 on Benj. And Schlittler sets and fires, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike two. Count is full, 3-2. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and he's going to make a leaping catch on the warning track to record the third out. So another acrobatic play by Cody. So that takes an extra base hit away from Benj. Bellinger had what I call the catch that turned around our season last year, where he caught a shoe top catch. It's in my intro. He fires to first and doubles up Juan Soto. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 20 votes so far, so thank you for everyone who has participated. And in our active scoreboard this evening, the Pirates lead the Phillies 7-3 in the top of the sixth. Blue Jays have a 2-1 lead on the Tigers in the bottom of the fifth. Nationals have a 1-0 lead on the Orioles in the bottom of the sixth. Reds have a 2-0 lead on the Guardians in the bottom of the fourth. Brewers lead the Twins 1-0 in the top of the fifth. Rays are now leading the Marlins 6-1 in the top of the fifth. As you know, we are at 3-0 Yankees in the game that we are currently watching. Braves have a 1-0 lead on the Red Sox in the top of the fourth. Cubs and the White Sox are locked up at 1 in the top of the third. Rangers and Astros just got underway. They're in the top of the first, no score. And the Royals and the Cardinals just got underway, and there's no score in that game either. And we have a home run from the... All right. We have a home run from our chat. We recently got a subscriber, so we are now at 718 subscribers, too short of our next goal of 720. So thank you. I'm not sure who it is that subscribed, but your support is most appreciated. And if you have not, please hit that like button, share the channel out. And Spencer Jones comes up. The first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Paints the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-0 on Jones. Jones grounded out his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way. The sinker is just off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and in. Count is 2-1 on Spencer. Next pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike one. Paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. Holmes sets and fires, and this one goes off of Holmes into foul territory, and Spencer Jones is going to beat this one out for an infield single. And it looks like they are going to have an injury delay. Check and play Holmes out. So that is Jones's second major league hit. That ball came off of Jones's bat at 111 miles an hour. And we have Anthony Volpe on deck, or at the box. Holmes is throwing a couple of pitches off the mound. And the manager and the trainer are walking off the field, so it looks like he is going to stay in. So the Yankees have a runner at first with nobody out. Anthony Volpe coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the first pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is low and off the plate. Volpe is able to check his swing. Count is 1-0. Holmes sets and fires, and the sinker is down low. Count is 2-0. Holmes sets and fires, and that sinker is down low. Count is 3-0. Holmes sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. So that is going to be a 4-pitch walk to Anthony. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. Austin Wells coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night. He hit a line drive to center field. The center fielder made an excellent running catch. Ewing. So is Wells going to be on it? And the first pitch is on the way. That is down low. Count is 1-0. So that's 5 straight balls from Holmes. Holmes is at pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0. Holmes is at 75 pitches. And the pitch is on the way, and that paints the outside corner. Call, strike one. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that sinker paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is now even at 2-2. Next pitch is on the way, and Wells swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. Yankees have runners at first and second with 1 out. Trent Grisham is coming up to bat. 0 for 2 on the night. Holmes sets and fires, and Grisham swings and misses. Count is 0-1. And Warren is warming up in the bullpen for the Mets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and that paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Grisham. And Holmes checks on the runner at second. Sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up high. Foul ball. And the catcher is challenging it. And the call is going to be overturned. Grisham is out looking on strikes. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch is on the way, and the sinker's off the plate. Count is 1-0. Holmes sets and fires, and the sweeper drops in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to third base. He is down on the ground, fires, and Rice is going to beat the pitch out. So the Yankees have the bases juiced with 2 outs. All rise. The captain is in the chambers. The judge is in the chambers. And Holmes sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is guide to right field. Carson Benj is tracking it, and he is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. Yankees are going to leave the bases juiced. Judge let Holmes get out of the inning. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 21 votes. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We have 27 likes, 3 short of our standard goal of 30. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 718 subscribers, just 2 short of our next milestone of 720. Anything that you can do to help us meet that milestone would be most appreciated. And if you ask yourself, why should you subscribe? Well, if you like live play-by-plays, guess what? We call almost every game. If you're into shorts, I drop shorts almost every day. Different perspectives than most content creators. Might enjoy those. Head over to Yankees The Ugly Truth and hit the Shorts tab. Check out some of the work that I've got. Let me know what you think. And we hold open panels. We had a 2-hour open panel last night. Had some great guests on, and I don't think anybody was disappointed. Jeff Nick was one of our guests. Jonathan, the Minister of Knowledge, was another guest. We had SGA Sports on, and a lot of participation from the chat. Coming up for the Mets in the bottom of the 4th is going to be Bichette, Soto, and Vientos. And the first pitch to Bichette is inside for ball 1. Count is 0-1. Slitler sets and fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is evened at 1-1. Slitler sets, pitch is on the way, and this is guide to center field. Grisham is drifting to his left and makes the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Juan Soto, 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first plate appearance. And Slitler sets. First pitch is a curveball that drops in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Hello. Holmes sets and fires, and the next pitch is in there for call, strike 2. Count is 0-2. All right, what do you got to say?
Let's go Yankees.
That's my granddaughter, Natalie. Let's go Yankees. And Slitler sets. The pitch is on the way, and that is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. Slitler sets and fires. Soto swings and misses for strike 3. That's going to be Soto's second strikeout of the night. Let's go Yankees. Natalie just got home from dance. Not yet.
Nope, it's already cool outside.
And the first pitch is on the way. This is chop to Schlittler. Schlittler sets, fires, and he is going to retire Ventos on a nice fadeaway throw. And that is going to do it. After Soto swung and missed, he is clutching at his back. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we are headed to the top of the fifth. Yankees have a 3-0 lead on the Mets. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm, and Ryan McMahon. I took my little man to the pediatrician today because he wasn't feeling well once again, and the diagnosis came back that little man has pneumonia. So he is going to be missing his T-ball game tomorrow. And with the cold, chilly air, he is headed to bed. So he is not going to be able to come out and root us on. But he sends his wishes and says, "Let's go Yankees." So how are we feeling about our start thus far? I'm feeling pretty good. Cam is doing his thing. We're putting runs on the board. I'd like to see a little bit more distance between us and the Mets. Give our bullpen a bit of a cushion. Jazz has been surprising this evening. He has come through with a couple of hits. Right now, Cam Schlittler is at 58 pitches. So his pitch count is looking very, very good. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone. Actually, they call that a strike. Jesus. Count is 0-1 on Bellinger. Next pitch is on the way, and Bellinger chops this one foul. Count is 0-2. Hey, John, welcome to the stream. Yes, Max has a slight strain in his elbow. He's going to be on the IL for 15 days. Holmes is at 88 pitches. Next pitch is on the way, and that is way inside. Count is 1-2. And Holmes sets and fires, and Bellinger swings and misses on that pitch to be retired for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. And James, thank you for becoming a new member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. Your support is appreciated, brother. Thank you. And the pitch is down low, call ball one. Next pitch is on the way, and Jazz fouls this one straight back. Count is 1-1 on Jazz. Holmes sets and he fires, and the pitch bounces in the dirt. Count is now 2-1 on Jazz. Trying to get him to swing at a changeup in the dirt. And Holmes sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 3-1 on Jazz. And the pitch is on the way, and that is up high for ball 4. The Jazz strips his gear off and heads to first base. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 0 for 2 on the day. And it looks like they are going to have a pitching change. So hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. You are out of here, Clay. And that was Holmes's shortest outing of the season. And the question is, will Cam Schlittler outduel Clay Holmes? Well, guess what? He just did. So that does it for our poll question. We had 21 votes. 76% said, hell yeah. 24% said, I don't know. Or I don't think so. And the last one was, I don't know. So for the 76% that thought that Cam would outduel Clay, congratulations. You got the poll question right. And let's see, while we're in the middle of a pitching change, looks like Austin Warren will be coming in. The Pirates lead the Phillies 8-3 in the top of the 7th. The Blue Jays and Tigers are locked up at 2 in the top of the 7th. Nationals have a 3-0 lead on the Orioles in the bottom of the 7th. Reds have a 3-0 lead on the Guardians in the top of the 6th. Twins and Brewers are locked up at 1s in the top of the 7th. In the bottom of the 6th, the Rays have a 6-2 lead on the Marlins. As you know, in the top of the 5th, Yankees have a 3-0 lead on the Mets. Braves have a 2-0 lead now against the Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Cubs have a 2-1 lead on the White Sox in the bottom of the 4th. Rangers and Astros are locked up at 0s in the top of the 3rd. Royals and Cardinals are locked up at 0s in the top of the 3rd. And the Diamondbacks and Rockies have just gotten underway, and there's no score in the top of the 1st. And McMahon steps into the box, 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. So it's time for Ryan to get into the hit parade. First pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is down low. Count is 1-0. Warren is a right-handed relief pitcher. And Warren sets. And he makes a pickoff attempt at first, and that hits Jazz in the back. And he is down. He is not able to get up and run. Chisholm is planted at first base. I tell you what, I'm getting tired of seeing the manager and the trainer come out for Yankees being injured. home set, or Warren sets. The ball is grounded to first. He's on the bag, gets the first out, fires to second, but Jazz is in there safe. So there are 2 outs in the inning. Yankees have a runner in scoring position, and Spencer Jones is coming up to bat. I don't get it, Cruz. Sorry for Jazz playing well. And the pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Jones got a hit in his second plate appearance tonight. He is 1 for 2. Pitch is on the way, and that is way off the plate. Count is 1-1. And there is a pickoff attempt on Jazz. Pitch is on the way, and Joe lines this one into right field. And Jazz is rounding third, and that is going to be an RBI single for Spencer Jones. His second hit of the night and his second RBI of the season. So the Yankees have a runner at first with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. Let's go Yankees, 4-0. Just keep putting it to him. Don't give him a chance. Do not take the foot off the gas. And the first pitch to Volpe is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is way inside. Count is 2-0 on Volpe. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is now 3-0 on Volpe. Next pitch is on the way, and that paints the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1 on Volpe. Volpe is 0 for 1 with a walk. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside for ball 4. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Austin Wells coming up to bat. And Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is tap foul. Count is 0-1 on Wells. Wells is 0 for 2 on the night with a serious line out and a strikeout. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way. And that is a four-seamer off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2 on Wells. Warren checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and that is just off the plate. Count is now 2-2. And Warren sets, fires, and Wells is called out on a sinker inside corner for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, but not before the Yankees tag another run on to take a 4-0 lead. Coming up in the bottom of the fifth is going to be MJ Melendez, Brett Beatty, and Marcus Semien. We have our own Sean Browning in the stream tonight. He has his own YouTube channel called True Historians. He dropped a couple of shorts, a teaser short on the Harlem on a army unit from World War I. More to follow on that. I recommend going over and checking it out. He also dropped another short on former Navy serviceman Dory Miller. Both shorts are outstanding, and I recommend going over and checking them out. The Harlem Hellfighters. Yeah, I had the Harlem down. I brain farted the other half of it. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 29 likes, one short of our goal of 30 for all our live play-by-plays. If you have not, please consider subscribing to Hardcore Sports Network. They are simulcasting this live play-by-play from Yankees The Ugly Truth. And consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. QR codes are in your upper left and right-hand corners. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. If you like the live play-by-plays, we provide them almost every night, Wednesday being the exception when I have bowling. But if the game is early, then I'm calling it. If you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them, different perspectives. If you like those, I may be your guy. And if you like open panels, I have open panels so that you can come up and just talk baseball. The first pitch is on the way, and Melendez foul tips it. Count is actually swung and missed. Count is 0-1. And Schlittler sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is foul tipped into the glove of the catcher. Count is 0-2. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. So that is good morning, good afternoon, and good night to MJ Melendez. Grab some bench, baby, because you're retired via the K. That is Schlittler's sixth strikeout of the night. Brett Beatty coming up to bat, 1-for-1 on the day. Hey, Michael, welcome to the stream. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-0 to Beatty. Littler is at 62 pitches on the game, so his pitch count is looking really good. And the pitch is on the way, and Slitler paints the outside corner with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is evened at 1-1. And Schlittler sets, fires, and the cutter paints the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch bounces in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is way up high. Count is 2-2. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. Cam's 7th strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Marcus Semien, 0-for-1 on the night with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. And Schlittler sets. Pitch to Semien is on the way, and that is going to paint the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the cutter is up high. Count is 1-1. Schlittler sets and fires, and the next pitcher is up high. Count is 2-1. Schlittler sets and fires, and that pitch is just high and away. Count is now 3-1 on Semien. Schlittler sets and fires, and that fastball is up high, so that's going to be ball 4 to Semien. And that is Cam's first walk of the night. Schlittler is at 72 pitches. Coming up to bat is the center fielder Ewing. He flew out to left field in his first plate appearance. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Yeah, I can live with it. Cam checks on the runner at first and fires, and the first pitch is a cutter in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Schlittler sets, fires, and that pitch paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Wow, that fastball was only 95 miles an hour. Littler sets, so there's a pickoff attempt at first. Semyon is back in, standing up. And the pitch is on the way, and Ewing is able to flip a check swing foul. Count remains. Actually, yep, check swing foul. Count remains 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is way up high. Count is 1-2 on Ewing. Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Schlittler is at 77 pitches. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and Ewing is called out on strikes. So that is going to do it for the Mets in the bottom of the fifth. That was Schlittler's 8th strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat in the top of the sixth is going to be Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, and Aaron Judge. For those of you that are here, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 33 likes, so we've met our goal, but our high water mark is 50 likes in a stream, so let's go for the 51. And if you are not, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. We're at 718 subscriptions, too short of our next milestone of 720. So anything you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. If you like live play-by-plays, we provide them for you almost every day. If you like shorts, I do a boatload of those too. And I hold open panels, so if you like open panels, this may be the place for you. We had a 2-hour one yesterday, had some great co-hosts. So how are we feeling about the game so far? Going into the top six, Yankees have a 4-0 lead. And we have another home run from the chat. We have our 719th subscription. Not sure who you are, but thank you for becoming a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. I don't think that you'll be disappointed. And the first pitch from Warren to Grisham is a sweeper up high. Count is 1-0. And Warren sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the pitch is up high. Count is now 2-1 on Grishbaum. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper breaks inside. Count is now 3-1 on Trent. Pitch is on the way, and this is line to right field. Benj is tracking it and is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. Rice is 2 for 3 on the night. First pitch to Rice is down low. Count is 1-0. Warren seems to throw a lot of sweepers. Next pitch is on the way, and that is way off the plate. Count is 2-0. Next pitch is on the way, and Warren paints the top of the strike zone with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 2-1 on Big Ben. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is on the way, and Rice swings and misses at the sinker. Count is now full, 3-2. Before it sets, it pitches, and this is a towering elevator shaft home run. Beatty is tracking it. It is going to make the play on the left field grass for the second out of the inning. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a sticker off the plate. Count is 1-0 on the captain. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the top inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is now 2-1 on the captain. Next pitch is on the way. The sweeper is down low. Count is now 3-1 on the captain. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is going to go 3-2 on the captain. And in traditional 2-strike count, judge calls timeout. Grabs a bit of dirt, chunks it to the side. Now he's back in the box. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way, and judge fouls this one into the first base side stands. Count remains 3-2. And Warren sets. Pitch is on the way. And Judge is going to strike out swinging for the third out of the inning. That is going to do it for the Yankees. 3 up, 3 down. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the sixth is going to be Torrens, Benj, and Bichette. 9, 1, and 2. I'm going to grab another drink. Be right back. So, for those of you just hopping into our stream, we are going to the bottom of the sixth. Yankees have a 4-0 lead on the Mets at Citi Field. Coming up to bat for the Mets is Torrens, Benj, and Bichette. 9, 1, and 2. From today's scoreboard, the Pirates lead the Phillies 8-5 in the top of the ninth. The Tigers and the Blue Jays remain tied at 2-2 in the top of the ninth. Nationals lead the Orioles 3-1 in the top of the ninth. Reds have taken a 3-1 lead on the Guardians in the bottom of the seventh. Twins have a 2-1 lead on the Brewers in the top of the eighth. Rays now lead the Marlins 7-2 in the top of the eighth. As you know, heading to the bottom of the sixth, Yankees lead the Mets 4-0. Braves and the Red Sox are locked up at deuces in the top of the seventh. Cubs have a 4-3 lead on the White Sox in the top of the fifth. Astros have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers in the top of the fifth. Royals lead the Cardinals 2-0 in the top of the fourth. And the Diamondbacks are hammering the Rockies 6-1 in the bottom of the second. And that is the active scoreboard for this evening. Slittler is back on the bump. First pitch is on the way. And the sinker catches the bottom of the strike zone on Torrens. Count is 0-1. Torrens is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is just off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Schlittler sets, pitch is on the way, and this is bounce to Volpe. Volpe fills it cleanly and fires across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Carson Benj. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 to Benj. Benj is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. Or 0 for 2 on the night. Next pitch is on the way, and this is guide to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and he is going to put it away for the second out. Bo Bichette is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the night. Littler is at 83 pitches. And it looks like Myers is warming up in the bullpen for the Mets. First pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Bichette is hitting .216 on the season, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, and a .545 OPS. And that was worth $42 million to the Mets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just a little high. Count is 1-1. And Schlittler sets, fires, and the sinker hits the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Next pitch is on the way, and this is bounced up the middle. Jazz feels it and fires to Rice for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Mets. Quick inning for Cam. So he might actually show up in the 7th. Looks like Tobias Myers is coming in to replace Austin Warren. And he is going to be facing Bellinger, Chisholm, and McMahon. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit our like button, share the channel out. We are at 35 likes, so we've met our goal point of 30. Going for our all-time high of 50. 16 away to hit 51. And this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. If you have not, please consider subscribing to Hardcore Sports and Yankees The Ugly Truth. We have QR codes in your upper left and right-hand corners. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. We are at 719 subscriptions here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Our next milestone is 720, so we're one away from that. And if you ask yourself, why should you consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth? Well, if you like live play-by-plays, we do them here on The Ugly Truth almost every day. Wednesdays being the exception when I bowl in leagues. However, if the game is early, then I'll call it. If you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them, and we hold and host open panels here so that members of the chat can come up and we can talk baseball. And we have another home run from our chat. We just picked up our 720th subscriber for the channel. So thank you very much for trusting us to provide you quality content. And Myers sets in the first pitch, paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1 on Belly. Belly is 1 for 3 on the night with a double and an RBI. Next pitch is on the way, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike 2. It was a splitter. Count is 0-2 on Belly. Myers sets and fires, and Belly fouls that pitch off. Count is going to remain 0-2. Myers sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is a towering fly ball. Looks like Bichette is underneath it and is going to make the play on the infield dirt for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. He has a single, double, base on balls, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. First pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Jazz. That splitter came in at 79 miles an hour. Next pitch is on the way, and that splitter is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and Jazz hammers it foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2 on Jazz. Jazz takes time out. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz pops this one up. Lorenz is tracking it, and he is going to make it just before the wall for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. Pitch is on the way, and it is skied to left field. Soto is tracking it and makes a running in play to tire the Yankees in the top of the seventh. Coming up in the bottom of the seventh is going to be Soto, Vientos, and Melendez. And from our active scoreboard, in the top of the ninth, the Pirates and Phillies are tied up at 8 apiece. Blue Jays and the Tigers are locked up at 2 apiece in the top of the ninth. The Nationals beat the Orioles 3-2. Reds have a 3-1 lead on the Guardians in the top of the eighth. Brewers have a 3-2 lead on the Twins in the top of the eighth. The Rays have a 9-2 lead on the Marlins in the top of the ninth. As you know, heading to the bottom of the seventh, Yankees have a 4-0 lead on the Mets. The Red Sox and Braves are locked up at 2s in the top of the eighth. Cubs have a 4-3 lead on the White Sox in the top of the sixth. Astros have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers in the bottom of the fifth. The Royals and Cardinals are locked up at 2s in the top of the fifth. Diamondbacks have a 6-1 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of the second. And that is our active scoreboard at this time. And let's see. We are at 37 likes. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. We just hit our last milestone of 720 just a few minutes ago. So our next milestone is going to be 725. If you like play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels where you can come up and talk baseball, this may be the place for you. Give us a chance. Consider subscribing, and it's free. So Nothing to lose. Slittler is at 88 pitches. First hitter coming up to face off against him is Juan Soto. Soto has a pair of strikeouts on the night. And the first pitch is a 96 mile an hour fastball that paints the inside corner. Count is 0-1. And Schlittler sets, fires, and the next pitch paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Soto. Now he's yakking at the umpire. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is driven to center field. Grisham is tracking, and this one is out of here. So that one is a shot to left center field. Gets the Mets on the board, so the score is now 4-1. That is Soto's 250th career home run. Left his bat at 102.6 miles an hour. So that is a leadoff home run for the Mets. And that is only the second hit of the night for the Metropolitans. Coming up to bat is Mark Vientos, their first baseman, 0 for 2 on the night. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1. And Schlittler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Strike 2. The count is 0-2 on Vientos. Schlittler sets and fires and just misses outside. Count is 1-2 on Vientos. Brett Hedrick is warming up in the bullpen. Pitch is on the way, and that is grounded to Jazz. Jazz fires at first and almost pulls Rice off the bag, and he is ruled out. This one may be challenged. And the Mets are going to challenge the out at first base. I don't think they could overturn this one. So the first baseman is confirmed that he stayed on the base. Runner is out. So that is the first out of the inning. And they're out looking at Schlittler again. Slitler is at 94 pitches on the game. Coming up to bat is MJ Melendez, 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And that one did hit Slitler again, so it's a 1-4-3 putout. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Slitler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Melendez. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream, brother. How was the wedding? And Cam sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-2. So congratulations to your sister, the happy couple. Glad that you were able to make it back for a little bit of baseball. In this inning, Juan Soto just hit a homer to left center field. And the pitch is outside. Count is 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is Slitler's 9th strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Brett Beatty, 1 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and the cutter is inside. Count is 1-0 on Beatty. Next pitch is on the way, and that one is just off the plate inside. Count is 2-0. Slitler sets and fires, and the pitch is up high. Count is 3-0. Slitler sets and fires, and the pitch paints the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1. And Slitler sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now full 3-2. And Slitler sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the first base line. We're going to reset it and do it again. Slitler is at 105 pitches on the and Slitler sets, fires, and that pitch is down low for ball 4. And that is probably going to do it for Cam. So they're going to have a runner at first with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Marcus Semien. And it looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in to pitch. That was a good outing for Cam. And we're going to start a new poll. Can the Yankee bullpen hold the lead? And from our active scoreboard, Pirates and Phillies are still locked up at 8s in the bottom of the ninth. Tigers beat the Blue Jays 3-2. Nationals beat the Orioles 3-2. Brewers have a 3-2 lead on the Twins in the top of the ninth. The Rays beat the Marlins 2-0 or 7-2. Red Sox and the Braves are tied up at 2s. And the Cubs and the White Sox are tied up at 2s. And the first pitch is a weak roller to McMahon. McMahon eats it. So they are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. So the Mets are bringing the tying run to the plate. And Ewing is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. First split pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-0. And Cruz sets. That is a wild pitch. Runners are going to advance to second and third. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul down the first base line. Count is 2-1 on Ewing. Ewing has a flyout and a strikeout under his belt this evening. And Ewing steps out of the box. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way. And this is hammered to right field, right at Judge. And he is going to make the play for the third out. And Cruz is going to be able to end the threat. So the Mets are going to get 1 in this inning, leaving runners at second and third. So the Mets have gotten on the board. The score is 4-1 Yankees, heading to the top of the 8th. Coming up to bat is Spencer Jones, Anthony Volpe, and Austin Wells. If you have it, please drop your vote in our active poll. We only have 7 votes at this time, and there are over 30 people here. So take a second to let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are at 38 likes. So we've met our goal point for the evening. However, our all-time high is 50. we're going for the goal, going for the gusto. 19 away. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. And I will be back in just a half a second. All right. And Spencer Jones is 2 for 3 on the night and has an RBI. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. And Myers sets and fires, and that pitch is way up high. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a splitter down low. Count is 2-1 on Jones. Next pitch is on the way, and Jones fouls this one off. Count is even at 2-2. And Myers sets and fires, and Jones fouls the pitch straight back. Count is 2-2. And how do you do? Pitch is on the way, and Jones fouls it off again. Count remains 2-2. Ed Ward sets. Pitch is on the way, and Jones swings and misses at a ball out of the strike zone. That is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe, 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout and 2 walks. And the first pitch to Volpe is in there for call, strike one. Slider that came in at 85 miles an hour. Next pitch is on the way, and the cutter is down low. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is called strike two. But the Yankees lost their challenge in the second inning, and that was definitely not a strike. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now evened at deuce. What color is your goose? Next pitch is on the way, and Volpe fouls it straight back. Count is 2-2. Warren sets, fires, and the pitch is up high and in. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and out of the strike zone for ball 4. So Volpe is going to take his third walk of the night, head to first base. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells, 0 for 3 on the night, a line out and a pair of strikeouts. Well, Kaz, bringing in Hill, no, I'm not worried. He's the fire extinguisher. Guy's got the heart of a warrior when he comes to being on the mound. He fears no hitter and gets it done. And it looks like the mound visit is finally breaking up. And Warren sets, pitch is on the way, and this is line to left field. Soto is on the warning track and makes the play for the second out. Volpe retreats back to first, so the Yankees have a runner at first with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. Grisham is going to bounce this one to Semien. Semien ranges to the grass, fires to Vientos at first, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th. Coming up to bat for the Mets in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Torrens, Benj, and Bichette. 9, 1, and 2. And the Phillies have scored 3 runs to take a 11-8 lead in the top of the 10th on the Pirates. Tigers beat the Blue Jays 3-2. Nationals beat the Orioles 3-2. Reds are leading the Guardians 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers have a 3-2 lead on the Twins in the bottom of the 9th. The Rays beat the Marlins 7-2. As you know, heading to the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees have a 4-1 lead on the Mets. Red Sox and Braves are locked up at 2s in the bottom of the 9th. Cubs have a 5-4 lead on the White Sox in the top of the 7th. Astros have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers in the top of the 7th. Royals and the Cardinals are locked up at 3s in the bottom of the 6th. Diamondbacks have a 7-1 lead on the Rockies in the top of the 4th. The Dodgers and Angels are just underway. In the bottom of the first, they're locked up at zeros. Mariners and Padres are locked up at zeros in the top of the second. And the Giants and the Athletics are locked up at zeros in the bottom of the first. And that is your complete active scoreboard for tonight. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 38 likes at this point. If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. 38 likes, our goal of 51. Cruz is back on the mound, and the first pitch is grounded to McMahon. McMahon lays out, gets up and fires, and the first batter is retired. Coming up to bat is Benj, 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. And the first pitch to Benj is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Benj is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 1-1. And Cruz sets, pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 2-1 on Benj. You know, the funny thing, Kaz, Elizabeth calls herself a baseball widow when spring training arrives. Next pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 3-1 on Benj. And the pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Jazz. Jazz fields it cleanly and fires to Rice for the second out of the inning. Bo Bichette is coming up to bat. And Cruz sets. And the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and Bichette swings and misses at the splitter. Count is 0-2. Cruz sets and fires, and that splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-2 on Bichette. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. In the dirt, Wells fires to Rice at first to complete the strikeout. So Cruz is able to handle the Mets in the bottom of the eighth. Leaves Soto in the on-deck circle, so he'll be leading off the bottom of the ninth. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 720 subscribers here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Looking at our next milestone of 725. So we are 5 away from that milestone. Anything that you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. If you like live play-by-plays, we do that here on The Ugly Truth almost every day. If you like shorts, I put out a boatload of them. Go over and check them out on Yankees The Ugly Truth under the Shorts tab. You'll see maybe 120 or so, I guess. And we do open panels, which brings everybody from the chat up, whoever desires, so that we can talk baseball. And if you're not up in the chat, we still answer questions from the chat. We had a 2-hour open panel yesterday, and I believe that everyone enjoyed it thoroughly. We have 13 votes in our active poll. So if you haven't got your vote in, let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And it looks like Craig Kimbrell is going to replace Tobias Meyer. And Parrot Man is ready to set. First pitch to Rice is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up high. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low and goes all the way to the backstop. But it seems that Rice is not able to check his swing, so the third base umpire says, no, you go. The count is 1-2 on Rice. Pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone. Count is now 2-2. And how do you do? And Bednar is warming up in the bullpen. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to right field. This one is going, and gone. That is a 4-bagger for Ben Rice. His 14th home run of the season. That one went 395 feet at 106.1 miles an hour. So the Yankees now take a 5-1 lead, and it looks like Bednar is sitting down. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. And the pitch is on the way, and this is hammered at Bichette. He fires across the diamond. Vientos stretches out to make the play, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. 1 for 4 on the night. Pitch is on the way, and Belly fouls it straight back. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer way out the plate. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2 on Bellinger. Bellinger is 1-for-4 on the night with a double and an RBI. He started the scoring off for us. And Kimbrel sets and fires, and this ball is lined at Bichette. Bichette fields it cleanly and bounce passes it to Vientos for the third out of the inning, or the second out of the inning, excuse me. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm, 2-for-3 on the night with a single, a double, base on balls, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. Kimbrel sets and fires, and the first pitch is up high. Count is 1-0. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the top outside corner of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone with a sweeper. Count is 1-2 on Jazz. Kimbrel sets and fires. That pitch is way up high. Count is even at 2-2. Kimbrel sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count remains even at 2-2. And Kimbrel sets, pitch is on the way, and Jazz hits a line drive into left field. Juan Solo fields it cleanly, and Jazz is going to be on with his third hit of the night. 4th time on base tonight. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 0-for-4 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And Parrot Man sets, makes a pickoff attempt on Jazz, and the ball is thrown away, but does not get away far enough for Jazz to advance. And Kimbrel sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer way off the plate. Count is 1-0 on McMahon. And Jazz gets picked off at first. Hey, JJ, welcome to the stream. That'll do it for the Yankees in the top of the ninth. Not before they tack on a run with a solo shot home run by Ben Rice. And we have another home run from the chat. We have our 721st subscriber, so I'm not sure who you are, but thank you for trusting us. Appreciate you supporting the channel, as well as I appreciate everyone else supporting the channel just by being here. JJ, you are absolutely correct. Soto's contract is going to hamstring the Mets. I mean, I have no idea how they could even contemplate. The only way that they could unload Soto's contract is if he opts out. For those of you that are here, we have 40 likes in tonight's stream. So if you haven't, we're 11 away from hitting our high water mark. So if you haven't hit the like button, shared the channel out, please do so. We have our second active poll on the night. If you haven't, please drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network and the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. Hardcore Sports is simulcasting our live stream this evening, as they have for most of the regular season. And here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, if you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Coming up to bat is going to be Soto, Vientos, and Melendez. And David Bednar is coming in to take over from Fernando Cruz. This is a non-safe situation for Bednar. And the first pitch is on the way, and the curveball is inside. Count is 1-0. Soto is 1 for 3 on the night with a solo shot home run and a pair of strikeouts. Bednar sets and fires, and that fastball is inside. Count is 2-0 on Soto. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and that fastball is down low. Count is 3-0 on Soto. And Bednar sets and fires, and that pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. Nice 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Bednar sets and he fires, and that pitch is waved at by Soto. Count is now 3-2. So can Soto get his hat trick? And Bednar sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. So that's going to be ball 4 to Soto as he takes his base. Vientos is coming up to bat. Do I think the Mets could salvage this season? Sure. They can certainly make moves at the deadline. They've got a farm system that they could make trades with. And the first pitch to Vientos is a curveball up high. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. Vientos is 0 for 3 on the night. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced up the middle to Jazz. Jazz flips to Volpe. Volpe fires to Rice. That is a 4-6-3 double play to clear the bases. Coming up to bat is Melendez, 0 for 3 on the night with 3 strikeouts. And the first pitch to Melendez is down low. Count is 1-0. Nope, Bo is not hitting a hell of a lot, JJ. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off to the left side. Count is 1-2 on Melendez. They are down to their last strike. No runners on. Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off again, so we'll reset it and do it again. Count is 1-2. Bednar sets, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-2. So will Melendez get his golden sombrero? Bednar sets and fires, and this pitch is hammered through the infield past a diving Jazz Chisholm into right field. So Melendez is going to have his first hit of the night. Coming up to bat is Brett Beatty, 1 for 2 on the night with a base on balls and a strikeout. And Bednar sets. First pitch to Beatty is in there for call, strike 1. Melendez takes off and takes second on defensive indifference. And the Bets are challenged at the pitch, and it is confirmed as a strike. So the Bets lose their first challenge, 1 remaining. And Bednar sets, pitch is on the way, and that is foul right into the umpire in Wells. Count is 0-2. So the Mets are down to their final strike. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-2. Bednar sets and fires, and that ball is chop foul. Count is 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced through the infield to right field. Judge is going to field it. Melendez is rounding third, heading home. So they are going to score their second run of the night. Yankees lead is now 5-2. So that is a 2-out RBI for Beatty. Coming up to bat is Marcus Semien. 1 for 2 on the night with a base on ball, single, and a strikeout. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered at McMahon. It is a line drive caught for the third out of the game, and that is going to do it for the Mets tonight. That is going to end the ball game. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. So in tonight's game, the Yankees win 5-2. Yankees numbers are 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Mets have 2 runs on 5 hits and an error. Cam Schlittler is going to win the game, advancing his record to 6-1. Clay Holmes is going to take the loss, and his record is going to even up at 4-4. There was no save this evening. And our second active poll of the night. Can the Yankees bullpen hold the lead? 86% said yes, 14% said no, 21 total votes. And the 86% have it because the Yankees did hold. I will be back tomorrow evening to call game 2 of the Subway Series. Game time is 7:15. I will be on at 7:10. Carlos Rodon will make his second start of the season for the Yankees. Mets have not announced their starter. I want to thank everybody for taking time to sit back and listen to a little baseball, supporting this channel. Thank you. Before I shut it down, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees, The Ugly Truth family, or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. Let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great night.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.